There are many pieces of legislation that have been put forward, and I believe that each and every one of them need to be looked at and the issues that surround them, because we can't just do this with one voice. We have to do this with the House and the Senate, Republicans and Democrats. And I think that the ability for us to evaluate, which we will do in the Labor Committee hearing that we're having on the 24th, the ability to ask those questions, to ask not only experts in the field, but also victims that have felt that they didn't have an avenue, and ask them those questions. Why didn't you feel safe in making this report? What could we have done better? Where can we make those changes? And I think that that's why it's good to take that step back, ask the questions, and really figure out why it is that we need to make legislation, or do we need to change policy? So I think there's different avenues that we could possibly take, and I think that because this was emulated after a very successful task force for childhood safety, and 12 bills came out of that to protect our children. So it worked, and I think that by emulating that, we will also get a step in the right direction to make sure that we ask the right questions and we get the answers that we need. Working with Representative Oberlander and Representative Topol, we brought together different avenues and different perspectives. Both of those ladies are county commissioners. They have seen the policies and actions at the county level of government. My background has been working with victim services throughout my years in employment with the state as well. The ability to ask the questions as to what is it that the victims need. I think they bring the aspect of being able to see two levels of government and how we can respond. I bring the ability to say, okay, I've worked with victims, I've seen the frustration on their face, whatever they're a victim of, whether it was a victim of rape or a victim of domestic violence, or if they're a victim of sexual harassment in the workplace. That's a very emotional and personal issue, and it's not something that people talk about easily. So we need to make sure that the avenue in which they have to seek a remedy is safe, and they feel that it is just, and it's one that they will actually see a result of, and not feel like they're just yelling in the wind. Not only will they feel they were embarrassing themselves possibly and lose at threat of losing their job, but also the fact that they see a result. And I think that that's something that very much anybody who feels unsafe in the workplace would want the most of. And I think the three of us bring very good different views, and ones that I think will end up having a good result.